evening, everybody. This is Bob Iacchino from Path Trading Partners. Mike Arnold's here in the background. Look at that pretty Apple chart up on your screen right now. This is the afternoon Path Chat equity update. We're going to cover a few things here today. Some stocks we've talked about. This is almost like a power session with a bunch of the stocks we've talked about in the last couple of days. Going to cover Apple, General Motors, Vulcan Materials, which we talked about this morning, Starbucks, Freeport-McMoRan, which we talked about this morning, FCX, Kimberly-Clark, which we talked about this morning, and Netflix. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike. A lot of price action to talk about here. Mike, it is all yours.
Okay, thank you, Bob. I'm also throwing in Caesars, by the way, because I'm feeling like a salad right now. Let's see. Apple still on its way to the full target, 132.65, and then the extended target is 133.30, but there may be significant resistance right around this 132.65, so keep that in mind. Do not push it too far. GM, rising rotation zone, this double top we're watching on a weekly basis. We just reacted. I wanted to point out the power of the rotation zone and these prior support levels in these double tops. So keep an eye. We need it to close below that level before we get into it. Vulcan is now below that level, but this is on a weekly basis. It has to remain below and close below this 120.79 level for the week. Otherwise, it does not trigger. Let me point out the reason why. And we're sticklers for this because it's not a confirmed pattern on a specific time frame. Starbucks did not do it last week. This week, we're flirting with that level. Look at the power of this level, the point on this double top, the base on the double top, a very powerful level. It may still do it on a weekly and trigger it this week, but it has not. It did not last week. That's why we do not jump the gun on these. Caesars did trigger, ran down, rallied back. I would not be surprised to see this run back up and retest the base at 1425, even go slightly higher. There are key areas right around this open 1455, which comes in with the soon to cross neutral rotation zone. So that's going to be resistance. So if this does run up, it may give people a chance to enter at an even better price before it rotates back down. That's why we're patient. Freeport triggered again. Now we've had an update. Not surprising in a lot of these, especially some metals right now, because metals have been generally stronger. And it is a mining company. We have the rotation zone looking that it could cross soon, at least go to a neutral level. It has come back to a static rotation zone. So that's what we're watching for. It may even move a little higher before it continues lower. That's where we're keeping an eye out. Our stop levels, if it closes above 1656 or it trades above 1673, the pattern is now invalid as we've tested out for years, and that would be our exit. But any daily price action that even moves up does not necessarily invalidate the move. It just gives us an opportunity to enter if we didn't get in it, or many times we wait for these pullback moves to get our reward to risk correct. Kimberly-Clark, we touched on real quick, moving towards target. Nothing else to talk about there. Netflix. Today, we mentioned earlier that our target was 145.10. Our high was 145.07. It's essentially target reached for the first target. There are more targets higher, 146.38 and 147.70. Just pointing out how it continues to move yet the rotation zone in our favor. So that's what we're looking at. That's our stock update for this evening, February 8th, 2017. I'm going to turn it back over to Bob.
Thank you, Michael. As always, pathtradingpartners.com. Please go ahead and subscribe to our podcast, The Money Path Podcast. You just go into your iTunes search bar, type in The Money Path Podcast, and it will pop up. Otherwise, you can reach it at our website. Again, pathtradingpartners.com. Shoot us an email at support@pathtradingpartners.com. We will talk to you guys in the morning. Thanks again for watching.